PC Engine Core Grafx, the home video game console released in 1990. This machine captured the hearts of many gamers, and now, along with 57 popular titles, it will be re-released in a mini size. Next, for the title lineup. Alien Crush, a unique title that combines the simple gameplay of pinball with gruesome extraterrestrial graphics. Blazing Lasers, a renowned title in the vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up genre, where you can unlock 8-way firing abilities if you know how. Dungeon Explorer, an action role-playing game in which you explore dungeons using potions and magic. Moto Rotor. Using the multi-tap, you can race against 4 other players at the same time. Power Golf. This golf game from the Power Sports series can be played by up to 3 people. R-Type. Ported from the popular arcade title at the time, this masterpiece's high degree of perfection sent shockwaves, demonstrating the pinnacle of PC Engine's craft. Victory Run, a rally racing game where you try to conquer the special stage of all 8 courses. Make sure you tune your rally card during the race if you want to win. Chu Man Fu. To take back the Holy Tower from the mysterious sorcerer Chu Man Fu, characters Rin Rin and Ran Ran have to throw balls and solve puzzles. JJ and Jeff, a detective action-adventure game with a strange line of humor. The stages are harder to clear than you think. Military Madness. Head for base Nectaris and save the Earth in this hex map turn-based strategy game. Newtopia, an overhead action role-playing game in which the hero Frey goes on an adventure to get back the princess and 8 medallions. Ninja Spirit, a side-scrolling action masterpiece set at the end of the Edo period. Psychosis. Battle against a devil trying to take control of your soul in this scrolling shoot-'em-up game. Space Harrier, a thrilling 3D perspective scaling action shooting game ported from the arcade. Splatterhouse. In this horror action beat-em-up game, the objective is to rescue your girlfriend, Jennifer. Ys Book 1 and 2. Taking advantage of the larger storage capacity of the CD-ROM, this title combines Nihon Falcom's action role-playing games Ys and Ys 2 into a single seamless experience. Bonk's Revenge. Reach the goal by making full use of jumping and headbutting in this side-scrolling comical action game. Kadash. In this fantasy adventure, you can choose from 4 different characters and set on a journey to rescue Princess Salasa. Parasol Stars. Set in a fairy tale world, this platform action game is the sequel to Rainbow Island. Air Zonk, a side-scrolling shooting game set in a futuristic world. Newtopia 2, the sequel to the action role-playing game Newtopia, set out on a new adventure as the hero's son to defeat the Emperor of Darkness that has risen once again. New Adventure Island. In this classic platform game, play as Master Higgins and make use of hatchets, boomerangs, and even a skateboard to rescue the kidnapped children and his bride-to-be, Tina. Soldier Blade. a vertically scrolling sci-fi shooter game with time attack modes called Caravan Stage. Bomberman 93, the first game to include both single-player and multiplayer capabilities, where up to 5 players can play against each other. Lords of Thunder. Play as a flying knight, where you get to choose from 4 different elemental armor: fire, earth, water, or wind. The Kung Fu. A side-scrolling beat-em-up game, where you take on Kung Fu masters one after another. Jaseiken Necromancer, a dark horror fantasy RPG, where the main character and his 2 companions go on a journey to find the evil holy sword Necromancer. Galaga 88. Defeat Queen Galaga from Planet Galaga. Fantasy Zone, a home console ported version of the popular arcade shoot-'em-up. The unique pop aesthetic has been adored by fans around the world. Dragon Spirit, a vertical scrolling shoot-'em-up where the player controls a flying dragon. Appare Gateball, a novel sports game based on Gateball, a Japanese variant of croquet. Nectaris, the Japanese version of the full-scale turn-based strategy game, Military Madness. Dungeon Explorer, the original Japanese version of Dungeon Explorer. Newtopia, the Japanese version of the action role-playing game Newtopia. PC Genjin. In PC Genjin, go on adventures with the bald caveman Bonk and his comically big, hard as a rock head. Ys 1-2. The Japanese version of Falcom's action role-playing game Ys Book 1 and 2. The Genji and the Heike clans. In this action game, you play a historical samurai, Taira no Kagekyo, brought back from hell to defeat Minamoto Yoritomo. Super Darius, the console version of Darius, the arcade side-scrolling shooting game masterpiece. Superstar Soldier, the sequel to the popular shooting game Star Soldier. Daima Kaimura, also known as Ghouls and Ghosts, the highly anticipated sequel in the Ghosts and Goblins series. The Legend of Valkyrie. This adventure game ties together elements of action, shooting, role-playing, and even puzzles. Aldenus, a PC Engine original side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. Seirei Senshi Spriggan, another classic vertical scrolling shoot-'em-up created by a well-known team of game creators. Newtopia 2, the Japanese version of the action RPG Newtopia 2. Gradius, an unspeakable masterpiece of a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. Salamander. This shoot-'em-up classic features stages that alternate between horizontal and vertical scrolling. Super Momotaro Dentetsu 2. a blockbuster dice-based board game where you become a company president competing for wealth. Ninja Ryukenden, a side-scrolling action game known as Ninja Gaiden in the US, where Ryu Hayabusa, a descendant of the Dragon Clan, journeys to the United States to avenge his father's murder. Star Paroger. This parody-packed slapstick shooter game is Hudson's take on the masterpiece Star Soldier. Spriggan Mark II, a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up that depicts the battle between Earth and Mars. Snatcher, a cyberpunk adventure game that follows the mystery of Snatchers, androids that are threatening the city. A must-play game for Metal Gear fans. Gradius 2, Gopher no Yabo. This is the sequel to the super popular shooter Gradius, ported from the arcade. Cho Aniki, a side-scrolling shooting game with distinctive characters and unforgettable enemies. Akumajo Dracula X Chi no Rando, a classic title from the side-scrolling gothic horror action Castlevania series. Bomberman 94, the classic battle action game. You can play on your own or battle it up with up to 5 players. Bomberman Panic Bomber, an exciting puzzle game from the Bomberman world. Connect falling tiles in rows of 3 or more to erase them. If your screen piles up, it's game over. Ginga Fuke Densetsu Sapphire, a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up depicting the saga of an all-women time-traveling police force. How to play. Just connect an HDMI cable to the TV. You can start playing easily and immediately. Easy save function at any time. You can save and restart your games at any time. Display modes to choose from. You can choose HD size, of course, or a mode that reproduces the scanning lines of CRT televisions for that retro feel. 5-person simultaneous play with multi-tap. By connecting the multi-tap, up to 5 people can play at the same time. After 30 years, that legendary game console is finally back. PC Engine Core Grafx Mini, coming on March 19th, 2020.